Hello, everybody. Welcome to News to Astonish, where we discuss comics, movies, games, and more, bringing you some pretty exciting news. News that I was hoping to come to fruition, and this is something I've been dreaming of. And it looks like it's going to be happening as a lot of popular, legendary stars, such as Stan Lee, Freddie Mercury, are getting documentaries and movies to boot. So, let's start off with the topic of Stan Lee. As you guys may have remembered, Stan Lee passed away last November 2018 at the age of 95. And it was really shocking, and the world and comic book fans alike were all stunned at the news, and we all saw it coming. And what better way to honor the man than giving him his own documentary? Well, as it turns out, you guys and all of us fans won't have to wait longer, because the Avengers Endgame directors are working on a Stan Lee documentary. That is awesome. Bringing you the article from Superhero Hype, the comic book world mourned the passing of Stan Lee back in November 2018 at age 95. He left behind an unmatched legacy, not only with comic book fans, but also fans of Marvel films and TV shows. And that's legacy the directors of Avengers Endgame want to celebrate. In a recent interview with the India Times, Anthony and Joe Russo confirmed that they're developing a documentary based on Stan Lee. We love Stan Lee, and I think it's incredibly special that Endgame will be his final cameo. That's right, Stan Lee got to film his final set of cameos before he died, said Anthony Russo. We are fascinated by the life of Stan Lee, and we are actually developing a little something that has to do with his work in the history of Marvel. However, Russo stressed that the documentary was still early in production. We are not ready to present or talk about it yet. It's more of a documentary. Lee was pivotal in the creation of Marvel's immense superhero roster. This includes character co-creations such as Spider-Man, the X-Men, Iron Man, Thor, Black Panther, the Fantastic Four, and countless others, of course. Lee left Marvel Comics in the late 70s and moved to Los Angeles. However, he remained a fan-favorite ambassador for Marvel for the rest of his life. He was an executive producer on a number of Marvel Studios films. Lee also made cameos in nearly every single Marvel movie, including our personal favorite cameo, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which I'm speaking for in Superhero Hype, who actually pitched out this article. And you can go ahead and check out that Stan Lee cameo online for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. It's that scene where Rocket and Yondu are actually on their ship traveling to different parts of the dimensions, and you see Stan Lee on the moon in an astronaut suit with a few of the Watchers, which is a really well set of well-known popular characters in the comic books. So Avengers Endgame will debut in theaters April 26th. Now, you guys got to let me know, what is your favorite Stan Lee cameo? And are you excited about the Russo's documentary? Let me know your thoughts. And also, how did Stan Lee impact your life? I've actually talked about Stan Lee during his death and how a few of his characters have impacted my life, specifically Spider-Man, and how Spider-Man's very relatable. And I know everybody says that, and it sounds a little cliche, but personally, to me, I think Spider-Man's pretty relatable to me. I mean, I can relate to him the most out of every other character. And he's been my favorite ever since I was a kid. I remember when I first saw Spider-Man on television, it was during the animated series run in the early 90s, early to mid 90s. And I was only like 4 to 5 years old, and maybe 6 when the series ended in the mid 90s. And I've loved the character ever since, and I've been a huge fan of the character ever since. And Stan Lee, if it weren't for his work, I would have been a different person today. And I'm glad I am who I am today. Him and his work has really impacted my life, and I want to say thank you one last time to Stan Lee. And I'm glad a documentary is being made in his honor, because the man truly was a legend, and he really deserves this recognition. So please let me know your thoughts. What are your greatest, most fondest memories of Stan Lee's creations, or if not of Stan Lee? Have you met Stan Lee? Sadly, I was never able to meet Stan Lee. I never got the chance to, but I bet if I did, I would have loved to shake his hand and have a conversation with him for like about 5 to 10 minutes and just ask him so many questions. And from what it looks like, he seemed like a very down-to-earth, charming guy who can light up a room and make everybody smile. So please let me know your thoughts, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, I will see you all in the next comic panel.